What is going on, beautiful people? We are back. My name is Finesse from GoBoys.com, and we got another best bet video for you guys. This time for Thursday night football, Chargers visiting the Raiders, and we're coming off a win. We took no team to score three unanswered times last week for Thursday night football. We're gonna go with no team to score three unanswered times. And just an electrifying bet, electrifying market. Definitely got sweaty at times, but we cashed, so we're looking to make it back to back. And this is, not the best game to choose from. But as always, however gross the game may look, however low the total is, we're gonna find our ways to profit. So we're gonna get right into it. I got what I think is a great best bet for you guys. But before we do, I want to shout out the sponsor to the video, Sleeper Picks. You guys have heard me talk about this over and over again, one of the best DFS platforms in the world. And now is a perfect time to join up if you haven't already. 100% deposit match on your first deposit, up to $100. So you deposit $100, you get a free $100 to kind of play around with. So whatever you're into, NBA, NFL, MLB, they have all the props you're looking for. Great lines. So check out Sleeper, download it, use code GoBoys or code FTB, and get yourself some free money while you're at it. So with that said, let's get right into it. Best bet of the video for Thursday night football is going to be Austin Eckler over 29 and a half receiving yards. That's currently at minus 113 on FanDuel. That's at the time of recording. By the time that you guys see this, it may have changed a little bit. I like it up to 30 and a half. If you're not paying too much juice, maybe up to 30 and a half up to minus 115, minus 120. I wouldn't mind it there. So let's get into it. First of all, just kind of baseline stuff. Eckler's covered this receiving line in 6 to 10 games this season. And looking at some games that he's missed this number. New England, that Patriots game a couple of weeks ago, top 10 defense for most of the year. He also missed versus Green Bay, who was another tough matchup versus running backs. They're allowing the ninth least receiving yards to running backs this year. He missed versus the Jets. Another overall great defense, and Eckler was targeted 7 times in that matchup. So that's really all you can ask for, right? 7 targets, only caught 2 of them. But if you get 7 targets in this one, he's probably going to fly over this number. So we'll take that. We'll take the targets. And Kansas City, another top 10 defense versus running back receiving. So, times that he quote unquote should have gone over this number, he has. Some tougher matchups, he hasn't gotten to this number, but this one is a great matchup. Great matchup for running backs against Vegas. Vegas ranks bottom 11 in targets, catches, and yards per game through the air to running backs. And Eckler has had no problem exploiting this matchup in the past. He's covered this number in 3 straight games versus the Raiders, averaging 46 receiving yards per game in those games. He's also just kind of dominated within the division historically. Last 15 games versus the AFC North, Eckler's averaging 41 receiving yards per game, and he's covered this 29 and a half number in 10 of those 15 games. So pretty good hit rate there, exploiting matchups within the division on the ground and through the air. So love to see that. And I just like to play situationally as well. Obviously, a bunch of injuries for both sides, especially this Charger side. Herbert, as we all know, a little bit of a hand issue, so he's going to be out for the year. Keenan Allen's also going to be out for this game, and that's a guy that Easton Stick, who we'll talk about in a second, has showed some pretty good rapport with. So now he's out, and those guys are definitely out. But the other skill position players, other receivers, guys like other tight ends, guys like Gerald Everett, are banged up. So even if they do play, still banged up, probably less than 100%. And like I said, Easton Stick starting in place of Justin Herbert, who's looked pretty decent, in the preseason. Nothing magical. Kid has a pretty strong arm. Decision making seems to be okay. Looked decent in the preseason. And in the second half of last week's game, replacing Herbert looked pretty good. Looked pretty good. And most importantly, in that second half, Stick targeted running backs at a 13% rate in the preseason. But last week, playing a little bit over a half, he targeted Eckler 5 times, which we love. So, if we get that again, like I said, 7 targets, 5 targets and a half, we will take that. Or we needed some opportunity and some targets for Eckler. So, love to see that Eckler being targeted 5 times in that second half. I expect a ton of high percentage throws. I expect the game plan to be get the ball to your best player, in versatile ways, but in easy ways too, whether that's screen passes, kind of high efficiency, low A dot throws to Eckler. And that's kind of what I expect. So I expect the game plan for this team to be to get the ball to your best player. Eckler hasn't been efficient running the ball. Neither has any running back for the Chargers for the most part. So against a defense who's been pretty good, over the last couple of weeks in terms of Vegas. Vegas's run defense has been slightly better than their pass defense. So Eckler may get something going on the ground, but I expect this offense to be predicated around Eckler. I expect him to line up all over the place like he usually does, whether that's a slot receiver, outside receiver, sending them in motion. And I think we're going to get decent amount of one-on-one matchups, good matchups for Eckler to be able to exploit. So I'm hoping around the neighborhood of 5 to 8 targets for Eckler. And if you tell me that before the game, that he's going to get 5 to 8 targets, I'm going to take this number 10 out of 10 times. So that there we go. That's it. Love the matchup. Love the hit rate. Obviously buying into some of the upside that I think Easton can have with Eckler, even though that's a kind of an unknown thing. But we're gonna do it. I think Eckler has the chance to absolutely smash this number. So we're going Austin Eckler over 29.5 receiving yards. And that's the best bet. Thursday night football, Raiders versus the Chargers. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is we've been doing these, we're doing a bunch of these. We've been doing these for a little bit of a minute now. So you guys kind of know how we're coming and what we do in these videos. So if you enjoyed what you've been hearing these last couple weeks, if you like this video, then please be sure to take a second to hit that like button. It helps us out a lot. It helps more people see what we're doing here. So um, really, really helps us out. So if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Most of you guys watching should be subscribed already. You should be, but if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. We're doing this kind of stuff every single week. NBA, NFL content coming to you guys every single week. So hit the like button, subscribe to the video, and I once again shout out the sponsor to the video, Sleeper Picks. Download Sleeper Picks now. Use code GoBoys or FTB and get a 100% deposit match on your first deposit. So all of those links will be right in the description for you guys. Links for Sleeper, links for GoBoys.com, where you get access to all of my plays for Thursday night football. Huge UFC card coming up on Saturday, so should be a banger there. And the rest of the picks from an amazing team we have over there. So all of the links will be in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's cash a ticket. Let's make it 2 in a row. So that's going to do it for our best bet video. If you guys do find yourself with a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. And I hope you guys have a good night. Good luck on all your action. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.